Hey, it's MK, and I am back for another day of Scraptember and 30 days of sketches. Here is the sketch that we will be using, as well as I wanted to introduce a page kit by Merity, who is one of the co-owners of the Not Just for Boys Kit Club. I wanted to go through the kit really quickly so that way you guys could see what is all involved. It comes with a cut file title, as well as a full package of, well, this particular one comes with a full package of Savannah Dreams by Pretty Little Studios. They're like little die cuts. And then it also comes with a Heidi Swap word sticker. And because it makes 2-page layout, it comes with 2 pieces of cardstock. This one happens to be in white, and then 3 of these pattern papers. Now this one here is absolutely gorgeous by Paige Evans. It's from her Wanders collection. I need a few more of these. They are just gorgeous. Then there is also this one here by Pretty Little Studios, also the Savannah Dreams collection, this beautiful polka dot right here. And then there is the last one that is from Echo Park that is dots and stripes, but it's this yellow plaid, and one side is the square plaid, the other side the plaid is turned on a diagonal. So I will not be using one piece of cardstock and these 2 papers, but from my stash I pulled in loads of other elements that I would like to use. First of all, one of the bits that I'm going to be using are these little brads that some of them are brads and some of them are eyelets, and they are meant to have string or twine pulled through them, and then that way they can make a frame of twine. And so I thought that was pretty nifty. I also have these, are they burlap stars? I believe they are. And then from Snap, or I should say Simple Stories, I have a set of labels, as well as from Simon Says Stamps, I have a set of labels. And then from my bulky bin, I pulled out a few pieces of random orange bits. Some of them are chipboard pieces from Teresa Collins. Some of them are Project Life cards that I have cut up. I have no idea where that ticket came from. It's just all over the place. I have 2 Dottie About Flair flares that I will be using. And then these are a closer upper view of the brads that are part of the package, but not the style that I will be using. But I've got this little notch inside. Yes, go me. It actually landed in the jar. That's why I was thumbs upping it, because I didn't have to go chase it. Anyways, they actually have a little notch on the edge of the brad in order for you to feed thread through them. So anyways, I absolutely love ombre paper, because ombre paper, you can get almost 3 different types of patterns to go on your layout without using any other sheets of paper. So for the darkest portion of this particular paper, I will be lining matting my photos. And then for the lighter portion of this, I will be using it as just a layering piece behind my photos. Before I chop it all off, though, I'm going to put together a few other of my elements. That way I know how big I want this layering piece to be. So one of the elements that I need to put together is the title, which I'm going to be using the silver lining. But first, I'm going to take my silver metallic brush marker, which is it's a watercolor brush marker from Altnu, and I'm just going to quickly color in the word silver with silver. Yes, I am. I actually thought that this was kind of cool because of the fact that the braces make a silver lining in your mouth. This is also the silver lining to, a long stretch of dental work that my daughter has been through. So this title has several meanings that I thought was pretty cool. Another thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take the word lining and I'm going to glue the entire thing and then put it on this mirror, almost coppery looking card. It was a pretty orange that I thought worked really well with all the other elements that I picked out. And off camera, I am going to cut it out, as well as put a whole bunch of foam dots behind the title. Now I'm going to chop off my grid paper, just so that way I know how wide I want it to be and where I want it to sit. I have to put all of the elements kind of sort of together just to find out how large of a circle I can do, as well as where their placement can go. So the first circle is going to be the inner bit of this Creative Memories circle cutter. And first I thought I was going to be able to eyeball it. Well, the brads that I want to use kind of have wingy thingies on them. And basically those little wings have like a little hole at the end, and that's where you feed the brad or the twine through, or the thread through, whatever you want. So that way you can make a frame where you put the brad in the paper and then you feed your thread through, and then you can make a frame using the points of the brads, right? So for this one, I needed to know, like which brads are going to go where. That way I did not accidentally poke two holes too close together, because some of the brads, as you can see, are wider than the other brads. Some have two holes and one have just one. That way I'm doing it this way so I can make sure that A, they're spaced out correctly, and B, I don't accidentally poke a hole too close and then I won't be able to cover it up. So basically what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to mimic the braces in my daughter's photo. So I picked out orange thread because of the, what is it called? The rubber band that she last had on her braces were orange. And I just absolutely loved how they popped them all off, all in one little like half circle element. And of course we kept them. How gross is that? But yes, we kept my daughter's braces, only because I thought that it was the longest period of her entire life, because it just took forever for her teeth to move and form the way the dentist wanted them to. So after I was done trying to figure out where all my brad holes were going to go, I was going to go ahead and finish putting down all of my elements. And then after that, I will be threading all of my brads through this thread. Now, I don't make you watch me do that because it's kind of like, putting a square peg in a round hole, and it took forever. So I went ahead and I shut the camera off and decided I'm going to save you all from watching me do that, because that was about 3 hours of my life I was not going to get back. No, I'm just kidding. It wasn't that long. Anyways. So once I had all of the brads poked through and on the paper and all laid out, I just did a small little squeal, because it did look like the effect I was going for. It looks like a bunch of brackets with the rubber bands around it going through. It looks like my daughter's braces, and I absolutely love it. And I'm like, wow, I did. It turned out great. I think I scared my kids too when I was doing that. So anyways, to finish off the layout, I went ahead and I cut a piece out of the middle of the ombre paper. So that way I could not babysit. Oh my God. Words, you guys, words, where are they? So that way I could mimic what was in the sketch with the two half circles on either side of the layout. Now, one of my half circles is clearly higher up than the other one because my photos are a little bit bigger. Plus, I didn't want it to run into the title. I wanted it to be kind of a standalone little embellishment. Going ahead and divvying up what else I picked out. I've put chipboard on some pieces, the ticket on others, and then I'm going to do a small little cluster off to the right of the title, only because that is kind of what is in the sketch, only they've got a lot of journaling lines represented in the sketch. Now, I probably won't journal on this particular layout. I do like the fact that it's nice and clean. Went through the pretty little studio die cut pack, and I decided, nope, I'm not going to use any of that. Looking at all of my label options, and I decided, nope, not going to use any of those either. Checking out the Heidi swap words, debated, looked at, changed my mind. Not going to use those anymore either. Took a few more little chipboard pieces, put them on either side of the title, and that is it. I am good to go. And then I will start gluing everything down. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to put foam dots underneath the paper, so that way the paper kind of sits on top of the brads rather than getting sunk down underneath the brads. I did not want any like warpage of the decorations or anything like that. Plus there's going to be a lot of elements going on top of that one little paper strip. So I'm going to go ahead and put my ticket on this as well. Now I did go ahead and rough up the ticket. I kind of wanted it to give that I've been in somebody's pocket for a little bit kind of feel to it. So I went ahead and did that and put some foam tape behind the other portion of that. Now these flares are pretty cool. They've got a plastic backing on them. And I absolutely love how thin they are. I just can't get enough of these little flares. I don't know why I didn't purchase them anytime sooner. Oh my gosh, these are amazing. And I just love how the one little foam dot and it's perfectly flat on my layout. So they're not two-dimensional either. So I love that, which I pretty much just said by not, being too thick. But anyways, I have to repeat it because it's cool. Went ahead and I finished off that little cluster with a burlap star, and now I'm working on the right side of the title. Just basically put two pocket page cut aparts together. They're not cut aparts, but they were pieces that I cut off of a pocket page because seriously, that's all I would have used is those little pieces right there. Nothing else. So cut them out and threw the rest of the pocket away. Anyways, layered them up and then put a chipboard piece underneath them and another burlap star on, above them. And then I just glued down the two little tails off the word silver so that way it didn't accidentally get ripped. And I put the chipboard down. Now the chipboard I am reinforcing with some glue because this stuff is super old, you guys, like 2014 old, and it's probably older than that. I acquired it in 2014. So who knows how old it really is. I don't even remember what collection they came from. How long has Teresa Collins not been making scrapbooking stuff? That's how old they probably are. Anyways, finishing off my layout with some uncooperative Nuvo spray. It's mica spray by Nuvo, and I just splattered it all over the place. I also love how I was able to just wipe up that brad before the spray stained it. And this is it. Again, I squealed at how great my little braces turned out. Who'd have thunk I'd be doing braces on a layout? Anyways, this is it. Here are some close-ups. Be sure to check out everyone else that is playing along with Scraptember or 31 Days of Sketches or both. All of the links down below are everyone else that I know that is playing along with either all month long or catching us when they can. All right. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all later. Bye.